are now tuned in to Side Street TV. You talking to A-Rod the guy.
Big shout out to Side Street TV, man. Keep going.
What's going on, man? Y'all tuned in to Side Street TV, man. Go fuck with bro, man. Go.
You tuned in to Side Street TV.
And Harold Russell. Folks, at this time we would... Yes, we did. We're going to pick up those, and underneath, a nice play by number 3 from the Rockers, Wesley Fluellen.
Once again, we're going to keep stressing that concern about the height. That's one of the keys to both sides of the ball, blocking out and just basic fundamentals.
Called the foul on Brian Verdon. That's his first, team third. And Fluellen at the line for the first time today. He'll try to make it a three-point play, and that's exactly what he did. Timeout, Detroit. As you look here, Wesley Fluellen takes it up. Easy board right under the hoop. And here come the Rockers one more time. Fluellen.
With the Fluellen.
Side Street TV. Everybody came off the side street.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right, this is Wesley Fluellen, aka The Flu, and you're tuned in to Side Street TV. Shout out to Service Hearts, one of my sponsors for my YouTube channel. He the custom t-shirts dude. He awesome. He did this right here. He did, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him over there. But I'm with Wes. That's what the nickname is. So first we're gonna tell him what your name is. Tell him a little bit about you and you know what you do. Well, I'm Wesley Fluellen, originally here from Cleveland, former NBA player, European and South American professional athlete. And I have a basketball academy that is placed all over the world helping kids pursue their dreams as a professional athlete, collegiate athlete, and keeping them out of trouble.
That's dope. That's dope. So, how long have you, when did you start thinking that you wanted to play basketball? What age was it?
Well, first time I picked up a basketball was in 8th grade. And that was after my father passed.
So did you have somebody to teach you or tell you like, oh, you should do sports or anything like that?
No.
So you just was like, was you the only kid around by yourself, or you had other kids to play with or something?
No, not the circle that I was around. They didn't play sports, and I didn't play sports. So it was kind of interesting when I first decided to do it. But I'm glad I did, because obviously it paid off.
Right. So my thing is, you said at 8, right? 8 years old. So what was
8th grade.
8th grade?
Yeah, 8th grade.
After 8th grade, what made you? Did the year make you go harder after?
Pretty much like my biological father. I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? So he got out of prison and he loved basketball. You know, and I was running wild as a youngster in the streets and stuff like that. So he wanted me to do something constructive with my life, and I promised him, not meaning it. He passed away the very next day. So as a result of that, I decided my way of paying him back was to try to play basketball. But lo and behold, I had a gift I never knew I had.
Right. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
That's cool.
So when did you play college? You had to play college, right?
Yeah. I played for Robert Morris University.
How was that?
Oh, that was great, man. I excelled there. MVP conference and my team, and then also was fortunate enough to make Dean's List academically.
there at the university.
Dope.
So,
I ain't go to college, you know what I'm saying, but the teachers on,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But things that I want to do, you can learn in college, but or school period, but you can also pay yourself to, you know what I'm saying, to do the things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in that area of basketball, you must go to school, period, point blank, to, you know what I'm saying, be successful.
Yeah.
Or thinking about going to the NBA.
Yeah.
So you must go to school. There's things that you must go to school for, like all sports, pro sports, you must go to school for those things. So now when you was in college, when was, what year did you think that, okay, I might be able to go to the pro? Or
Well, I always had it in my mind that that's what I wanted to do, that's what I wanted to accomplish. But it really started becoming like open to me, I think like my junior year of college.
junior year of college?
Yeah, because I had teams who were actually coming in and watching me and stuff like that.
Who was the biggest, was there any particular school you wanted to go to?
Well, I always wanted to go to either Duke or Marquette.
Duke or Marquette?
Yeah.
Was it a specific reason?
Well, just the culture there, the major that I wanted, you know what I'm saying? Just their culture with basketball as well, like it was huge, you know, and I used to stay up late at night watching ESPN, you know, watching them play, and it was longing to play for one of those schools.
Oh, speaking of ESPN, I don't know why I just thought about this. What do you think about the Kaepernick thing? Like,
well, I mean, that's a very, you know, interesting topic. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that's going on in our communities that are not good. They're not beneficial to anyone, no matter what color or race you come from. It's not good, but the fact that it's targeting African Americans, you know, I mean, a stand has to be taken, and I applaud him for taking a stand, you know, taking the knee, but taking the knee, you know, taking the knee, and then others following. I mean, you don't necessarily have to take a knee to take a stand on the issue, but I mean, the fact that you're trying to do something to create change for these negative things that are taking place in our communities is, you know, recommended to do.
So what you think about the NFL? Is he still not hired yet?
Nope, still not hired.
What do you think about the NFL putting him like on a black little list or
blackballing?
Well, blackballing.
It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like it's a business, you know, professional sports, college, you know, all of it is a business.
And what I just learned this year that they had put that in for all the players at first it wasn't in it, the national anthem.
Right.
First the national anthem wasn't in it. They played the national anthem, cut them into a couple of times. People just started was like, oh, we should stand and do this, and then they threw it in. Now that we know the whole story and we are, you know what I'm saying, different time of era, why can't we do the same thing like we did back then? It's gonna take some time because obviously it took some time for them to put it in. So why is it so hard for him, you think, to find it? If I ain't asked you this already, maybe I'm still thinking about it, but why do you think it's so hard for him to get a team to put on with his, pick him up?
Well, I mean, first of all, people got to understand that just because he's taking the knee and everybody else is taking the knee, or somebody else who's speaking out on it, like we're speaking out on it right now, you know what I'm saying? It's not a strike against our nation. It's not against America. It's against the acts that are happening within our country. You know, and people are taking that out of context. But then, you know, when it comes down to him being blackballed, not making a team, it comes down to money and the consumers, you know, the people who fill the seats up and make the money for the owners. You know, when money is messed up, then things have to change. And the owners may very well say, hey, you know what, I agree with you, Kaepernick. I agree that this stuff shouldn't be happening, and it's a tragedy. You know, however, this is a business, and you're messing up my business. So therefore, you know, as long as you want to continue to keep doing this and mess with my money, then you'll stay out. And that's my perspective. That's why.
Yeah, I had to ask that because I was thinking about that too, like trying to tie that into the news story now is Kaepernick just posted a whole little bio of the Meek Mill situation. And the judge sentenced him to jail for 2 years for riding a dirt bike. Like, my thing was, and I guess some other people told her, the judge, don't send him to jail for riding a dirt bike, I guess behind the scenes or something. Like, I don't know how that worked, but he wasn't supposed to go to jail because somebody else told the judge he cannot go to jail for riding a dirt bike or whatnot. So he went to jail for 2 years. Well, he's going to jail for 2 years. And Kaepernick posted a nice little bio of Meek Mill's, and they had a Meek Mill rally not too long ago. I think it was yesterday in New York trying to free Meek Mill's. So that's why I had him up with. That's why I was Captain Nick, because he posted that. I'm gonna ask you some more NBA questions because I was no football. So, what do you think about the Cavaliers as of right now?
Well, this is just trying to figure things out. I mean, we look good on paper. We have a great team. You know, Toronto's doing a good job as a coach. LeBron's a great leader. He's the best player in the NBA. So it's just about them kind of getting together. And I guess we'll really see where everything's going to stand around, you know, All-Star weekend. You know, that's when you know really where a team's, what direction they're really headed. And so right now, I believe that they're just trying to get the kinks out, trying to figure things out, see where you know, who plays better with who, and getting used to each other.
What do you think about Kyrie leaving? Because my thing is, I don't know if too many people know, but it's really always a hidden agenda for a lot of these players leaving the team. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's good or bad, we would never know because we're the outsiders looking in. My thing was, I really believe that when somebody told me when LeBron left, he opened the cap for us so we can get a couple of team members to get on the Cavs. Because I guess he was making too much money for us, so he had to leave to get our cap up. Then Kyrie's, I don't really know his backstory, what's going on. So what do you think about that of the Kyrie's?
Well, again, I mean, for me, man, you know, it personally, it's a business. It's all a business. Again, that's all it really boils down to. And
on the players' perspective and the coaches and everybody, because you getting paid, so that's like a business move.
Yeah, everybody has their own little avenue in their career. Whether you're a coach, you're a general manager, you're the owner, or you're a player, it doesn't matter. You know, and at the end of the day, you got to be looking at what benefits me in the long term. And the fans and the community may not care for that. They may not like that because all we want to do is watch and play. That's all the fans want to do and win. But from a business perspective in his career, you know, every player has to do, you know, what they need to do in order for their career to thrive. No different than Kevin Durant going to Golden State. I mean,
that was cheating. That was cheating.
That was cheating.
That was cheating.
I mean, that team is a cheating team. I mean, it is. But I mean, he's a man in his own right. You know what I'm saying? And he's a superstar. And he thought that was best for him, business-wise and career-wise.
I mean, and it came from what it looks like, it came to be a good thing for him. He got a ring.
He got the MVP.
Yeah, so, what I'm about to say, so, what are your top 5 players of all time? Then I'm going to ask you now. I'm going to ask you then, and then I'm going to ask you now. Like,
wow, all time?
Yeah, all time.
Nice. Magic is my favorite player of all time.
Well, you know what's funny? Larry Bird was my favorite player.
We can go at it then. No, but Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan to me is the best player ever. So Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Olajuwon. That's tough, man.
That's a tough question.
That's
all right.
tough. That's
what
tough.
About now? We ain't gonna put them in. The players that's playing now in the league.
Ooh, right now. Well, LeBron, obviously. LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Kyrie.
Oh man.
And probably Westbrook. It's a toss-up.
You making me even madder and madder. My skin is boiling.
There's so many good players, man. It's so many good.
I'm going to say, of course, LeBron. Of course, LeBron. Then we're going to say Westbrook.
I threw him in there.
Okay. Then we're going to say James Harden.
I mean, he's nasty.
Hey, listen.
It's tough.
Just understand this. I know it's the defense thing and all this and all that, but there's a lot of people that don't play defense that's not getting their shine and recognize that they don't play defense now. Like Stephen A. Smith. What's that announcers?
Broadcasters.
Broadcasters. What do you think about the broadcasters now?
I mean, you really can't dispute. I mean, it's opinion. Everything's opinionated. That's their job. You know, they have a voice, and they're on TV regularly to voice their opinions. You know what I mean? So whether we agree with them or not, that's their job, and that's how they feel. And some of it can be taken out of context or whatever. You know, or some people, you know, may not like a lot of things that they say, but that's what they get paid to do.
So what are your things? What do you like doing besides playing basketball?
I'm just now getting back into acting, doing that again, like the acting and modeling thing. So doing that, and then obviously doing public speaking.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so
and training, man. I remember a time that you trained the mess out of me, man. do you do that on the regular too? Training?
Yeah,
so that's
every
when,
20, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
The training that you do, man. What inspires you to do the training to do, or is it when you was into the NBA for a period of time and you brought it with you when you started seeing people shoot with you and play basketball with you, dribble with you? So you was like, I'm gonna just train a couple people, see how this works. So was that what happened?
Well, I just looked at my life and looked at all the things that I did in order to be successful. You know what I'm saying? I have a heart for young people, especially inner city kids. So you know what I'm saying? Because I used to be one of them. You know, and understanding like they have dreams, they have goals, but there's not a lot of outlets. There's not a lot of people who make it, who come back to the inner city. Like there's a lot of people who make it, but they really don't come back. They show their face maybe once every blue moon. You know, I'm the type of person where I want my face to be regularly there, so I can show kids that I care. You know what I'm saying?
So how did that work? Like how did that work? Somebody they take you to a gym of theirs, or you go to a private facility and
yeah, pretty much like, you know what I'm saying, like I played internationally, so I have a reputation over in several different countries. And so they know what I do, they invite me back over to their country, and then they allow me to place my academy there so the kids can get training. And so, you know, I like pretty much teach instructors the way that I train and the things that I teach, and then they carry it out because obviously I can't be there, you know. And so they run it for me while I'm here in the States, and every once in a while I go check on how things are going. Wow. So you've been doing that for a minute now, haven't you? Yeah. Since 2008 until today, I placed 267 kids in college.
Do you have a favorite skill or training that you do with all the trainees that you have?
No, I mean, I don't know. I was blessed to have like different coaches. First of all, when I wanted to play basketball, you know, I had a lot of players that I idolized. You know what I'm saying? Michael, Bird, Magic, Larry, you know, Jordan, Barkley, you know. And so my thing was I wanted to take everything from them, you know, to be that complete player. So like if a coach needs a shooter, I'm not on the bench because I can shoot. Right. If you need somebody to handle the ball, I'm not on the bench because I can handle the ball. If somebody play defense, I'm not on the bench because I can play defense. And so my perspective of the game of basketball was to be good at everything. You know, so that's why I try to teach players. Don't be one-dimensional, be diverse. You know, just like in business, you know, you can't be one-dimensional. You gotta have several streams of income. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have different hustles. You just can't have one. You gotta have several. You know what I mean?
So I feel it. Wow. So is there a limit that you train at a time, or is it unlimited? Like you can train multiple people at one time? Or
yeah, like I do teams. You know what I'm saying? I do team trainings, or just do group trainings, or like individual trainings.
Favorite one? What's your favorite group or single? Which one you like to do more?
It really doesn't matter as long as I'm in there helping somebody. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't even matter to me, honestly.
So have anybody that you helped that made it to either the pros or a better position?
Yeah, I have James Young is playing in the NBA right now for Milwaukee. He went to Kentucky. He's from Michigan. And then there's a lot of players that are playing internationally right now, or playing in the G League. Now it used to be the D League, but now it's the G League. So there's a lot of players that I've dealt with or deal with now that are playing professionally.
So what makes you happy about playing the sport of basketball now?
Well, I really don't get a chance to play it too much anymore. You know, but sports is a great release. You know what I'm saying? It's a great release. It's a safe haven kind of, you know, where you can enjoy, you know, have camaraderie with your fellas, you know. It's just a great release to have something to do that's positive and constructive. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a favorite gym?
Gym? Yeah. Glenville Rec.
Oh, there we go.
The Glenville Rec.
There we
I grew up.
Where you grew up?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Is there anything that you like? You watch movies?
Yeah. I love movies, man.
What type of movie you like?
I like
action.
I like it all, man. To be honest, I like it all. But I really, I don't know if I had to pick one out of the genres, it'd probably be comedy.
Comedy?
Yeah.
Still, yeah, I think I'll pick over movie or TV shows. I'll pick TV shows.
You pick TV shows over movies?
Yeah, because it's more TV shows. Yeah, and movies is one time thing. Like, I really hate
classics though. Yeah, the movies is classic.
Hey, listen, my favorite. Listen, this about to be some funny shit. I don't even know if you watched this movie before, but I watched this movie called 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
I ain't seen it.
Right, they dress like Elvis characters, but they go into a casino and rob the casino, and it is it's almost like Smoking Aces with Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
But it's old, and they go in the casino and rob the casino, walk right out of the casino.
Yeah. And all of them dressed up like Elvis.
Elvis.
Wow. They pulled it off.
Man, listen, but the movie was so crazy, man. Listen, that's a good movie to probably look at, man.
I'm gonna check it out.
I'm pretty sure it's on Fire Stick. And listen, that's still too. By the way, let's get this understood right now. That's just like a bootleg in your house. You ain't supposed to have a bootleg. That's one bootleg. Just imagine having a Fire Stick in this jail.
It's open to everything.
Everything. Yeah. How are the people getting their money that's supposed to be getting their money from that movie?
They not.
They definitely not. Man, the police officers is gonna raid these. That's just like Spectrum cutting up everybody's cable. You know about that, right?
No.
Bootleg cable is no more. They cut it out.
Wow.
Spectrum came and was like, hey, I'm gonna cut this cable. But Spectrum cut out a lot of channels too. They cut out VH1, so it's not on cable anymore. VH1, BT, and there's a couple other ones that's cut out. But when I heard that, I'm like, wow, why would y'all cut these channels that everybody watch the most?
Yeah. Well, everybody try to find loopholes for something, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but do you want to say anything before we get up out of there? I got probably a couple more questions before. Anything you want to talk about? Or how can they reach you on social media?
Oh, you can reach me on my social media, Instagram, DA_FLU, or Facebook, DA space FLU. And then also, my website is www.fundamentalsfirstba.com.
That's dope. What you have on your social media? I mean, your website. What do you have on your website?
But on my website is pretty much snippets of everything that I do, like for community games, community marches, speaking engagements, training sessions. So like pretty much everything that I do.
Yeah, me and my homeboy Lucky talking about having a little scrimmage up here. A scrimmage / basketball game charity thing for the homeless.
That's good.
Getting 2 teams, boy and the girls. So it's gonna be a certain age for the boys and a certain age for the women. So we're gonna have. We're trying to be in the talks about it. Hopefully we can have it.
Well, that'll be great, man. I want in on it.
Hey,
that'd be great.
We gotta
That'd be
talk
awesome.
to T. T is the person we gotta talk to for it to happen, because it's 3 different companies now that's trying to involve themselves inside the basketball charity game. So we definitely in talks right now. So it's gonna probably either be before Christmas or a little bit after Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So hopefully it's before Christmas, because right now it's about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. So hopefully we have it before Christmas though.
That'd be dope though.
Yeah, so I got a couple people that I want to be the coach. I'm trying to be the coach, that's all. I ain't trying to play for real. I ain't trying to play. But you're definitely tuned in Side Street TV. My homeboy Wes is here. I will put his information in the bio below. Great dude, great basketball player, even better person.
Thanks.
You're tuned in, man. Stay tuned.
Side Street.
Oh, I should have stayed there. Definitely. I'm at the, you about to go.
Side Street Promotions, but we decide.